We'll come back to Coin Cash King's information Chanel. Have you ever held a coin in your hand and wondered, what if this tiny piece of metal is worth more than you could ever imagine? Every day, millions of Australians use 50-cent coins without a second thought. They jingle in pockets, roll through vending machines, and sit forgotten in drawers across the country. But what if I told you that some of these ordinary-looking coins are anything but ordinary? Hidden among the common change, there are rare treasures coins so unique, so valuable, that collectors around the world are paying thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars just to own one. These are not fantasy coins or mint errors from myths. These are real Australian 50-cent coins, minted decades ago, still out there in circulation today. You might have one sitting quietly in your wallet right now, waiting to change your life. Each of these coins has its own stories of history, craftsmanship, and mystery. Some show signs of age, a touch of green or golden rust, like the marks of time itself. Others remain pristine, perfectly preserved reminders of Australia's minting legacy. And the market? It's booming. Auction houses are seeing record bids. Collectors are in fierce competition. The demand for rare Australian coins has never been higher, and the spotlight is shining brightest on the 50-cent series. From the 1970S to the 1980S, these coins have gone from simple pocket change to six-figure masterpieces. Some of them have been discovered in old collections, others found purely by chance. And today, right here on Coin Cash Kings, we're counting down the top 5 most valuable Australian 50-cent rare coins that are shaking up the market right now. So before you spend that 50-cent coin in your pocket, take one more look. That dull old coin might just be your golden ticket. Because today, we're diving deep into the stories, values, and hidden secrets behind Australia's most sought-after treasures, the rarest 50-cent coins ever to hit circulation. So sit back, grab your magnifying glass, and get ready, because what you're about to see might just change the way you look at your change forever. Now let's start with a coin that has recently caught the attention of serious collectors around the world, the 1976 Australian 50-cent coin. At first glance, it might look like an ordinary piece of change, but when you look closely, you'll see why it's so special. This coin features this classic Australian coat of arms on the reverse, beautifully framed within the unique dodecagon shape that's 12 sides, making it instantly recognizable. On the obverse, of course, we have the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machine, a timeless image seen on coins across the Commonwealth during that era. But what truly sets this particular 1976 coin apart isn't just its design. It's the unusual green rusty spotting found on both sides. The backside displays distinct green-toned rust marks, while the front shows a light rusty patch just beneath the Queen's portrait. Normally, collectors shy away from damaged coins, but in this extremely rare case, this kind of natural oxidization has actually made the coin more unique, more mysterious, and incredibly desirable to specialist collectors who value distinctive patinas and authentic agewear. This coin's condition is still fine overall, which makes it a preserved piece of history. And because it stands out with this particular oxidation pattern, it has been nicknamed by collectors as the rusted crown beauty. Now, let's talk about the big question value. As of today's auction market trends, this 1976 50-cent coin with those unique green marks has reached an astonishing market value of around $543. Zero. Yes, you heard that right. Over $500,000 for a single 50-cent coin. That's the power of rarity, condition, and collector demand. So what makes it worth so much? The answer lies in the fact that each coin tells a story, and this one carries the essence of Australia's minting history, environmental exposure, and timeless resilience. It's not just metal, it's art, time, and rarity combined. For collectors watching this, here's my tip. Always inspect your older 50-cent coins carefully, especially from the 1970S. Look for any natural toning, unusual marks, or oxidation that looks consistent and aged rather than artificial. Sometimes what looks like damage to the untrained eye could actually be a unique variation that boosts the value astronomically. And always store your coins safely to prevent further corrosion. In conclusion, the 1976 Australia 50-cent rusted crown beauty stands as proof that even the most unassuming coin can turn into a treasure when rarity and demand meet. Its charm, history, and condition make it a truly legendary coin in the Australian collector's world. And there you have it, the top 5 Australian 50-cent rare coins making headlines in history in today's auction markets. Each of these coins tells a different story, from the craftsmanship of the Royal Australian Mint to the incredible journeys they've taken through decades of circulation. If you're a coin enthusiast or a beginner collector, remember this rarity hides in plain sight. The next time you're counting your spare change, take a closer look. You might just be holding a fortune in your hands without even knowing it. These coins are living history. Small metallic windows into Australia's past, and as demand continues to rise, their value only grows stronger every year. So start your hunt today, check your wallets, jars, and drawers, because your next big discovery could be the one that changes everything. Next coin number 2. Moving on to our second masterpiece in today's list, the 1,975 Australian 50-cent coin, a coin that carries an aura of quiet mystery and timeless elegance. This coin, though nearly half a century old, continues to surprise collectors and investors with its ever-rising market value and undeniable charm. At first glance, the 1,975 50-cent piece appears like a standard Australian coin of the era, proudly featuring the nation's coat of arms on the reverse, framed within the iconic 12-sided border that has become a symbol of Australian numismatic identity. The obverse, of course, bears the dignified portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machine, radiating both grace and authority. But the magic of this particular coin lies in its unique surface appearance, a true natural phenomenon that has transformed an ordinary piece of metal into a collectible treasure. On the backside, there is a subtle thin layer of green-toned rust, giving it a faint emerald sheen under certain lighting. It's not excessive or damaging. Instead, it highlights the contours of the coat of arms beautifully, almost like nature's own patina art. On the front, collectors have noted a distinct black dot near the Queen's head, accompanied by the same very thin green oxidation across the surface. Together, these marks create a one-of-a-kind texture that sets this coin apart from any other in circulation. Its condition remains fine, making it a well-preserved relic from a golden era of Australian minting. Now, let's talk about its history and background. The 1975 50-cent coin was struck at a time when Australia's economy was evolving rapidly. Coin production volumes were steady, but variations caused by storage, handling, and natural reactions with the environment led to unique specimens like this one. While most coins from that year show standard silver tones, this rare example with controlled oxidation is now seen as a natural rarity, admired by serious numismatists. The rarity of this coin doesn't come from low mintage numbers, but from its individuality. Its exact blend of coloration and toning is unmatched. It's these small, subtle differences that make one coin rise above the rest in the eyes of dedicated collectors. In terms of collector demand, the 1975 50-cent emerald-marked majesty, as enthusiasts affectionately call it, has been gaining significant traction in recent auctions. More and more investors are turning their attention to coins that carry authentic natural patterns, since these often tell a richer story of time and preservation. And when it comes to value, this coin is no small player. The current market value has soared to around $491,000, making it one of the most highly sought-after 50-cent coins of the mid-1970s. That's nearly $500,000 for a coin that many might overlook as just another piece of change. So, what's the lesson here for collectors and treasure hunters? Always look closely at color and tone. A fine, even layer of oxidation, especially one that highlights a coin's details without damaging its surface, can actually become its signature of rarity. Never rush to clean or polish such coins. What seems like tarnish to some could be worth thousands to the trained eye. In conclusion, the 1,975 Australian 50-cent emerald-marked majesty stands as a symbol of how time and chemistry can collaborate to create art on metal. Its thin green rust, the dark marking on the Queen's portrait, and its pristine preservation together make it a truly exceptional piece, one that continues to climb in demand and value in today's booming collector's market. Next coin, number 3. Now, moving on to our third treasure on today's list, a coin that stands as a perfect blend of history, elegance, and incredible market value. This is the 1,980 Australian 50-cent coin, a piece that continues to amaze collectors with its stunning preservation and naturally developed beauty. At first glance, this coin captures everything classic about Australian minting: the bold 12-sided design, the proud Australian coat of arms on the reverse, and the finely detailed portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, designed by Arnold Machine. The craftsmanship of this coin represents one of the strongest eras of Australian numismatic design, where every curve, every edge, and every element was produced with precision and pride. What makes this particular 1980 coin truly stand out, however, is its delicate green patina, a very thin layer of oxidation that has formed over decades, giving it a soft emerald tone that glows beautifully under natural light. Both the front and back sides display this fine greenish sheen, making the coin look aged yet dignified, almost like a treasure perfectly aged in time. Unlike many older coins that suffer from harsh corrosion or uneven wear, this one has developed a consistent and elegant tone, which is extremely rare. The coin is still in very fine condition, especially remarkable, considering it has been around for over 4 decades. This kind of preservation, coupled with natural toning, creates a stunning contrast, a coin that tells a story not just of minting, but of endurance. When it comes to history, 1980 was a significant year for Australian currency. The Royal Australian Mint continued to produce high-quality circulation coins, but variations in storage conditions, metal reactions, and handling resulted in subtle visual differences among coins of the same year. Out of millions struck, only a handful have aged with this type of perfect green tone finish, making them true one-of-a-kind collectibles today. Collectors refer to this remarkable piece as the timeless Emerald Edition, and its popularity has surged dramatically in recent years. Auction houses and private collectors alike are in fierce competition to secure such naturally aged coins with this kind of balanced coloration and pristine detail. Now, let's talk about what everyone's waiting for: the market value. In today's auction market, this 1980 Australian 50-cent coin, with its flawless thin green oxidation and preserved sharpness, has reached a jaw-dropping current market value of around $555,000 USD. That's right over $500,000 for a coin that once had the power to buy a candy bar, now powerful enough to buy an entire luxury car. So what makes it so desirable? The answer lies in its combination of age, authenticity, and natural artistry. Collectors are increasingly drawn toward coins that showcase how time itself can paint on metal coins that hold their originality without any artificial cleaning or polishing. This 1980 specimen is a shining example of that philosophy. Here's an important tip for collectors. Whenever you find coins from the late 1970s or early 1980s, pay close attention to color uniformity. If you notice a fine, even greenish tone that complements rather than damages the coin, do not attempt to clean it. Leave it exactly as is. That natural patina could be your ticket to a fortune. And always keep such coins stored in a dry, temperature-stable environment to preserve that signature look. In conclusion, the 1980 Australian 50-cent Timeless Emerald Edition is a shining example of how beauty and value can grow stronger with age. It's not just a coin, it's a testament to time, patience, and the magic of natural preservation. With increasing demand from elite collectors and auction houses, its value continues to climb, making it one of the most desirable 50-cent coins in the Australian numismatic market today. Next coin, Nambar 4. Next on our journey through Australia's most valuable 50-cent coins is a remarkable and visually stunning piece from the early 1980s, the 1981 Australian 50-cent coin, a coin that has earned its place among collectors for its rare and distinctive natural toning. At first sight, it might look like just another well-circulated coin, but take a closer look, and you'll notice what makes this one so extraordinary. On the front side, just to the left of Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, there appears a beautiful blend of black and green rusty shading. This dual-tone oxidation isn't damage. It's a natural transformation that has given the coin a depth and contrast rarely seen on circulated pieces. It's as if time itself has painted a shadow beside the Queen's image, creating a coin that feels both historic and alive. This 1981 coin, much like its predecessors, carries the traditional Australian coat of arms on the reverse, featuring the kangaroo and emu, proud symbols of national strength. The 12-sided border adds that familiar geometry collectors love, and the striking design balance makes it a timeless favorite among Australian currency enthusiasts. The condition of this coin is classified as very fine, meaning that while it has seen some circulation, Its major details remain sharp, and its surface retains a pleasing luster beneath the natural toning. That is exceptionally rare for coins over 4 decades old, especially ones that have not been cleaned or polished. This untouched authenticity is exactly what collectors crave. Now, let's talk a little about history. The year 1981 marked an interesting period for Australian coin production. During this time, some 50-cent coins were actually struck overseas under contract by mints in countries like Canada and Wales, which introduced subtle variations in metal composition and finish. Because of these differences, some coins reacted differently over time, leading to the formation of these beautiful oxidized patterns like the black and green rust we see on this piece. That historical context adds even more value and intrigue to this particular specimen. The rarity of the 1981 dual shade crown, as it's now called among collectors, lies in the balance and positioning of its toning. The soft green hue fading into black on the obverse creates a natural artwork effect that no mint could ever intentionally replicate. Each such coin is absolutely unique, a one-of-one piece of history that stands apart even among other 1981 coins. Now, for the moment, everyone looks forward to the current market value. In today's competitive auction scene, this 1981 Australian 50-cent coin with its distinctive dual-tone patina and well-preserved details has reached a staggering estimated value of $515,000 USD. Yes, that's over $500,000 for a coin that most people would overlook as ordinary pocket change. It's proof that rarity isn't just about mintage, it's about uniqueness, history, and the beauty of imperfection. The collector demand for naturally toned coins like this one has surged in the last few years. Numismatists around the world are realizing that natural aging patterns, especially balanced green and black shades, give each coin its own fingerprint, something no mint can mass produce. That individuality is priceless. Here's a collector tip for anyone watching. When examining older Australian 50-cent coins, always look closely at the Queen's portrait side. Subtle color variations, especially those that occur naturally and evenly, can indicate long-term stable oxidation, a sign of both authenticity and potential value. And remember, never attempt to remove these colors. What looks like tarnish to an untrained eye may actually be the very thing that makes your coin worth thousands. In conclusion, the 1981 Australian 50-cent dual shade crown stands as a masterpiece of natural toning and preservation. With its captivating blend of green and black hues, its historical depth, and its soaring demand in the collector's market, this coin has become one of the true icons of Australia's numismatic treasures. Every detail, every shade tells a story, and its story is one of value, rarity, and timeless appeal. Next coin name bar Vive. Now, to wrap up today's incredible lineup, we end with a coin that may be smaller in denomination but far greater in rarity, beauty, and value. This final piece has stunned collectors and experts across Australia with its mysterious markings and astronomical price tag. I'm talking about the 1983 Australian 10-cent coin, a coin that has truly earned its royal status in the numismatic world. At first glance, most people might overlook a simple 10-cent coin, but this one is anything but simple. On the front side, the coin displays a striking black rusty dot right beneath Queen Elizabeth II's face, almost as if history itself left its signature mark there. Along the left side, you can see a very thin green shade, a natural oxidation that adds a soft emerald glow when light hits the surface. It's not too much, not too little. It's perfectly balanced, creating an almost artistic finish that makes this coin one of a kind. Despite being more than 4 decades old, this coin remains in very fine condition, an extraordinary feat for a circulating coin of this age. Its details are crisp, the surface is clean apart from its natural toning, and its luster still whispers the story of the 1980 SA time when coins were built to last and craftsmanship truly mattered. Let's look back at a bit of history. The 1983 Australian 10-cent coin was part of a production run by the Royal Australian Mint that continued the post-decimal era legacy, featuring the lyrebird on the reverse, one of Australia's most iconic native symbols. The obverse bears the timeless portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machine, who was responsible for one of the most beloved and recognizable royal profiles in modern coinage. However, what makes this particular coin so fascinating isn't its design. It's the natural transformation it has undergone through time. The combination of a black spot beneath the queen's face and the soft green shading on the left edge creates a dual-tone aesthetic that no mint could ever replicate. Collectors have affectionately nicknamed this masterpiece the Royal Shadow Edition, symbolizing both the regal presence of the queen and the mysterious passage of time captured on metal. When it comes to rarity, the 1,983 Australia 10-cent coin is already sought after because of its age, but specimens like this one with these precise natural markings and in very fine condition are practically unheard of. Only a handful have ever surfaced in such perfect balance of oxidation and preservation, and each has fetched record-breaking sums in recent auctions. And speaking of auctions, the current market value of this magnificent piece has now reached an unbelievable $654,000 USD. That's right, a small 10-cent coin now worth over $500,000. It's one of those once-in-a-lifetime finds that reminds every collector why we search, why we study, and why we treasure these historical pieces. Collectors and investors are drawn to this coin for its undeniable authenticity and natural aging beauty. Unlike artificially cleaned or polished coins, this piece proudly displays the marks of time marks that make it unique, irreplaceable, and priceless in the eyes of true numismatists. Here's a collector tip that could make all the difference. If you ever come across older 10-cent coins from the early 1980s, inspect the front side very carefully. Look for balanced dark or green toning, especially near the queen's portrait. If the markings look natural and the details remain crisp, you might be looking at something extraordinary. Store such coins, properly avoid moisture, use coin flips or capsules, and never polish them. Original surfaces and natural patina are what give coins like this their magic and their value. In conclusion, the 1,983 Australian 10-cent Royal Shadow Edition stands as a testament to how even the smallest coin can carry the biggest story. Its black and green tones, its fine condition, and its undeniable rarity have cemented its place as one of the most valuable Australian coins ever discovered. From humble change to a collector's crown jewel worth over $600,000, this coin proves that in the world of numismatics, true value lies not in denomination but in distinction. And that wraps up our list of the top 5 most valuable Australian coins in today's booming auction market. From the stunning 1,976 Australia 50-cent rusted crown beauty to the rare and regal 1,983 Australia 10-cent Royal Shadow Edition, every coin we covered today tells a story of time, craftsmanship, and extraordinary value. So next time you're sorting through your spare change, remember treasures are often hiding in plain sight. Check your old coin jars, your wallets, or even your childhood piggy bank because one small coin could be worth a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another rare coin discovery here on Coin Cash Kings, where every coin has a story and every story has value. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and keep believing your next coin could be the one that changes everything. Ma.